Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about the four mistakes that I have made in my investing journey. So, let me start with the first one. So, the first mistake I made was that I bought a house at a very young age. So, around the age of 27, 28, I had bought my first house, and that was also very, very costly compared to my annual salary. So, that led to a lot of financial burden. I took a big loan, and it didn't allow me to save enough for other goals of the life. And it was felt that buying a house means that was a very, very big achievement and all that. But then later I realized that no, one should only buy a house when one is financially ready, and it cannot be the first target of life. It's generally a target that one should pursue later once some other goals are fulfilled. The second mistake that I had made was that I started investing very late. Now, the first mistake and second mistake, as you can already see, or you must have felt, are correlated. So, I started investing around the age of 32, and by that time, I had lost some precious time because the whole idea of compounding works on time. Time is money. Compounding teaches you effectively that time is money. So those 10 years which I lost, or not 10, if at least 8 9 years that I lost, would definitely cost me a lot when it comes to the overall savings of my life. The third mistake that I made was during the, I would say, the Sensex crash during the first corona wave. I think in March 2020 there was a big crash in the Indian market. So at that point of time, I was just investing in the share market through mutual funds. So my initial stand was, and that time my stand was, and I stuck to that stand. I decided I would do nothing. I would let my SIPs go on. I would neither increase the amount nor decrease the amount. I would not go for any kind of redemption, and I would not even invest more money, any kind of lump sum. And the mistake that I had made was definitely the one that I should have invested some lump sum amount, and that would have allowed my returns to really grow a lot. So whenever there is a dip in the market, whenever there is a bloodbath in the market, when everybody is fearful, it's time to be greedy. It's something I learned afterwards. And the last mistake that I just faced 2 days back. Now, what happened on the 3rd June 2024? That the Sensex, I think, went up by 3 or 3.5 percentages, and my portfolio, I think it went up by 8 percentages, 6 to 7 percentages, somewhere around 6.5 or something, and that was big one. So next day, on 4th of June, due to the unexpected result outcomes, the market crashed, and we all know the Sensex crashed by 6 to 7 percentages, and my portfolio crashed around by 9 percentage. Now, what happened in these two back-to-back days was that the share that caused this havoc was REC. So REC has a weightage of around 10% in my portfolio, 10 to 12%. So that's in big quantity. So on 3rd June, it was REC which went up like anything, and it definitely made sure that my portfolio could rise double than the Sensex. But the very next day, I think REC fell by around 25 percentages, and my portfolio went down by around, I would say, 8 to 9 percentages, and that's a big fall. So the learning is, the mistake that I made was not to diversify enough. And here I would like to quote Akshat Srivastava, who is definitely a very famous and very respectable YouTuber. He says that in your portfolio, no share should have more weightage than 5%. However, the good share is. So I have seen a lot of people claiming about others. That XYZ person has, let's say, 40 lakh rupees share of company X, or XYZ person has 5,000 shares of a certain company. I would not like to name any company, but and then how there are stories being sold and told that how that share went up and that person became a millionaire. But I believe it's a very pathetic strategy, because by no means there is a guarantee that a particular company will never get shut down or will never have problems. So So there could be many risks that the company may be facing. So if your whole portfolio is concentrated in one company, let's say you have invested 1 crore in one company and something goes wrong, you may lose your lifetime savings. So that's why you must make sure that no share in your portfolio should have more than 5% weightage, however good is that share. And the last thing is, I would not say it's a mistake, but I would definitely say this is also one more point that Akshat Srivastava keeps repeating, and I would definitely like to share it here. He says that one should have what he refers to as a kind of opportunity fund. So what you can do is you can start an SIP in a liquid fund, or you can basically start a recurring deposit in a bank, whereby you put a certain lump sum amount per month in that particular recurring deposit or SIP, around say 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, as per your capacity, 5,000, and create that fund and name it as opportunity fund, and then deploy it in the market on the days when market has bloodbath, like market witnessed a big bloodbath on 3rd of June or during the March 2020. So as they say, that when there is greed in the market, you should fear, and when there is fear in the market, you should have greed. So these are some of the learnings that I have had, and I will definitely make sure that I do not repeat the mistakes that I had made in the past. I do hope that this video gave you some insights into the mistakes that one can avoid while investing. Thank you very much. Good night.